Kitchen. My name is Beverly, and today I'm joined with my brother Steve and my sister Barbara. And on today's episode of Cooking with Love, we're going to be showing you our recipe for calzones, and we're going to be using our universal dough recipe.
Now, the universal dough recipe is a recipe that I demonstrated in a previous video. This is a very simple dough to make. There's no kneading requirement. There's just simple mixing. The secret to this dough is that you let it rise slowly in the refrigerator. So we formed some of this dough about 4 days ago. It's been rising in the refrigerator. And the first step in this process would be to take it out and let it come to room temperature.
Now, in the past, we've always used ceramic baking stones for cooking pizza on, but after doing some research, I found that the best thing to use for making pizza and calzones is a pizza steel, and we've done a lot of research on it, and we find that it holds the heat very well, and it comes very close to oven-fired pizza.
All right, we ready to get started?
We sure are.
This is our dough recipe that's been sitting in the refrigerator for 4 days. I've taken it out at room temperature, and now we're going to start making our balls for the calzones. This batch is going to give us 4 calzones. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this into 4 pieces. We don't want to handle it too much. We're going to pull and stretch the dough. Six, 7 times, and you can see it's starting to get smooth on the top. And then you're going to pinch the ends to make our perfect little ball. And I just floured again on top a little bit. Okay. Place the dough onto a floured parchment covered cookie sheet. We're going to cover them with plastic wrap, and then I put a dish towel over them just to keep them warm. And we're going to let them raise. I'm going to put these dough balls into a warm place and let them rise for 2 to 4 hours.
The basic ingredients to make our calzones are whole milk ricotta, fresh whole milk mozzarella, which I'm going to dice into tiny little cubes, parmesan cheese, fresh basil, and minced garlic. So let me cut my mozzarella and cube it. Now we're ready to put our calzone mixture together. Put in your fresh whole milk ricotta, the cubed mozzarella, your grated parmesan cheese, your fresh basil, and your minced garlic. Now this is your basic cheese ricotta mixture that you're going to use if you want to do a basic cheese calzone. But today we're going to be making 4 calzones. One is going to be plain cheese. One I'm going to be making with my meatballs. You can find the link to my meatball recipe below, and also the link to my homemade sauce below. So one will be meatball, one will be sausage and mushroom, and one will be plain.
We're going to be assembling our calzones. This dough has been rising for about 2 hours. It's a nice soft dough. You want to make sure it's well floured. And we're just going to start pressing in the center of it. You want to try to keep it as a circular shape. And we're going to slowly stretch it out, keeping it as a circle. By letting it rise again, the dough has a chance to relax, allowing it to be stretched. And this technique is the same technique we would do if we were going to make an individual pizza, Neapolitan style pizza. The same type of stretching and pulling. And until we get to be about a 10-inch circle. What do you think?
Looks
Look
good.
like a 10-inch?
Looks good.
Maybe stretch it a little bit more.
Beautiful dough.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, here you go.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to be filling these now. You want to take your cheese mixture. You only want to cover half of the mixture. This first one is just going to be the cheese. There you go, Barb.
All right, we're going to fold it over. And you can roll over the edge. You want to make sure that it's sealed really well. I'm going to put it on the pizza steel, and I'm going to also make sure it's crimped again. You can use a fork if you like to make sure that you don't have any open areas or the filling will leak out. Perfect.
Beautiful, Barb.
And you want to cut a couple ear holes in it too,
Yes.
so it doesn't leak out.
I'll do them all at once.
All right, this one looks like it's stretched out.
Okay, thank you. Now this one I'm going to be filling
You
with
can do this.
mushroom and sausage. You could
Just
do
use a
this.
fork.
You
Just
need a
poke
fork?
some holes.
Sure.
You're going to be doing this either one of two ways. You could take this and intermix your sausage and mushroom inside the mixture itself, or you could just sprinkle it on the top. So this one will be sausage and mushroom. Press it in so it gets into that cheese. It will melt together.
The dough looks nice and soft.
Does that look good?
Mm-hmm.
Enough?
A little
Good.
more sausage.
Okay. There
I
we
like
go.
sausage.
There you go.
Okay.
That's a nice big one.
I'm gonna roll it over. And make sure that it's really sealed well. Wow.
All right, we can cook two at a time on the pizza steel. The steel is big enough for two. So we're gonna launch those two. We keep it on the parchment paper, and they're gonna cook for about 20 minutes. The oven has been preheated to 450 for about 2 hours. We wanna make sure the pizza steel is pre-warmed really well.
Okay, I'm ready to go in.
Okay, I'll put them in. Our calzones are finished. Time for our taste test. Always my favorite part. You can see it's nice and oozy. This is the meatball one that we did.
Thank you.
That's a plain cheese. And this is the sausage and mushroom. Now that looks good.
Thank you.
Now we usually serve it with a little bit of sauce. You can either put the sauce directly on top, or some people like to put it in a bowl and dip.
Here you go.
Thank you. Like it on the side and dip. There's Steve.
Your partner.
There you go.
I'm a dipper. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Careful, it's hot.
Yeah. Just put a little bit on the side here.
Okay.
All right, begin.
Nice and crispy. Very good.
Cheese mixture is delicious. Great job.
Very flavorful. I have the one with the meatball. Your meatballs are delicious, Bev.
Thank you.
You can really put any additional foods that you want into them. Pepperoni, peppers,
Eggplant.
eggplant. You can add a little bit of hot pepper if you like them a little spicier. There's infinite number of combinations that you can use to make this. Well,
Delicious.
we're going to continue to enjoy this, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.